Welcome, guys, to OMFL Live Game of the Week edition. This is your host, Dwayne, with my co-host, the WhoDey himself. Glad to have you back healthy and talking and kicking and beating people in Madden again. All right, guys, we're fixing to cover Week 7. We're not quite done Week 6 yet, but due to letting y'all down on a Game of the Week this last week, we're going to go ahead and jump the gun. We're going to go ahead and jump to Week 7, get it covered so that somebody will be in the spotlight this week. We got a lot of good games this week. It was pretty hard. We had a few of them to choose from, but we did narrow it down to one. It's going to be a heck of a game. Inter-division rivalry. Jaguars at Texans. Brady versus Massimo. Should be an interesting matchup. WhoDey, what are your first thoughts on this game? You're right. This division has been manhandled by Brady since we've started this Madden. No disrespect to none of y'all, but y'all know y'all got y'all's work cut out for y'all with him in the division. The rankings right now in this division, Texans are actually in the lead at the moment at 4-1. Jaguars at 4-2. Colts at 1-4. Titans at 1-5. This could have a lot to do with playoff implications. Texans, whoever wins this game is going to have the upper hand. I think the divisions are both 2-0 in the division, so whoever wins this game will be sole control first place, at least until their next matchup. It's going to be an interesting matchup. You got two teams really with two different mindsets. Massimo's always been just an offensive-minded guru with the stuff he does, and Brady has his own philosophy, the way he does stuff, defensively and offensively. Start out here, we're going to look at a little of the team stats. We got Jacksonville defensively is 15th in points this season, 27th in total yards allowed, 13th in passing yards allowed, and honestly surprising to me is 32nd in rushing defense. Houston, on the other hand, is 26th in points given up, 25th in total yards, 25th in passing yards given up, and 27th in rushing yards given up, which speaks volumes right there. Houston is a offensive-minded team. They're 4-1, and with the defense the way that, as you see statistically standing, they're going to have an offense to keep winning games. Offensively, the Jaguars are ranked 5th in points scored so far this season, 9th in total yards, 28th in passing yards, and first in rushing yards. After playing him last night, I see he likes to run the ball. He wants to enforce the rushing game. He wants to come out. Houston on the other side is first in points, explosive offense, first in total yards, 8th in passing, which is real good, and what's really surprised me right here, which could be a new addition they got this year. We'll talk about him later. 2nd in rushing, all around. Massimo just has a crazy good team over there. If you're coming to Houston, or if he's coming to see you, you better be geared up to stop that high-octane offense. We're going to go ahead and pass the baton over to WhoDey to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars for this matchup. Oh, you said it right there. That's a hell of a matchup. The worst rushing defense versus the number 2 rushing offense. Something's got to give. Something has to give. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the stars on the Jaguars team? Well said. It starts and ends with the running game in Jacksonville. He's ran that 3-headed attack now for, I've only been here for this will be the 4th season. He's ran the most diverse, kind of, different running game. Most people don't run 3 people at a time like he does. It's always an interesting game to watch with Brady at the helm. We'll go over here and look at some of the Texans stats and some of the players they got. Led by a rookie this year, Darion Traynor. 1,300 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 118 passer rating, leads the league right now. I hate to say that for Ryan's sake. He's had a great season so far. I couldn't tell you where he drafted him at or what position, but he's got a steal so far this season. Rushing attack. This is the man I was wanting to tell you about, David Johnson. He's been on a team carousel since I've been here. He was with the Cardinals, with the Panthers, and it didn't just quite work out there. But he's found his home in Houston. 67 carries, 707 yards, 10 yards a carry. 10 yards a carry. That's ridiculous. 7 touchdowns, 141 yards. Just a great player, and he's found a great team to play for. He's found a home. I would love to see Hoover get a few more touches. 7 carries, 29 yards, 4 yards a carry. Massimo, he's not a bad player. Go ahead and throw a few more carries his way. He's got a family to feed too. Receiving, leading the team, Steven Anderson, tight end, 21 catches, 409 yards. Woods, 275 yards on 10 catches. Pretty diverse. I would love to see Hopkins or Woods leading this team in receiving. But we have a long way to go, Massimo. Long way to go. And I understand that the tight end's crucial to your offense. And he leads a team with 5 touchdown catches, with Robert Woods right behind him with 2. I'm really surprised about this. I don't know if there's an injury that I'm not seeing. Will Fuller with only 3 catches for 42 yards so far this season. Anything to say about that, WhoDey? I don't know. Maybe he's just not using him, or is he hurt, or what's the deal? I know that's right. Anybody could use. I've actually seen some people ask about Fuller in the main chat, Massimo. So, you might want to start picking up that phone if you're not going to use him any more than that. Defensively, Dunlap leads the team in tackles, and Gilmore is second. The cornerback's leading team in tackles. I don't know what that means. Usually you see a middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, somebody there. Tackles for loss, his team hits people in the mouth in the backfield. 8 tackles for loss for Watt, Burke, 5 for McKinney, 4 for a cornerback, Dunlap, coming into the backfield. Amendola, 4 tackles for loss. Mosley, C.J. Mosley, 3 tackles for loss. He's hitting some outs and hit him in the backfield. Looks like his team's built to stop the run. He's only got 8 sacks in the season so far. 4 of them by J.J. Watt, 2 by Chandler Jones. Whatever you're doing is working, Massimo. I'm not going to knock it. I like to get a lot more pressure than that. But you're the one with the 4-1 record, not me. Interceptions so far this season. He's got Ellsworth with 3, Gilmore with 2, and a host of Texans with 1. Overall, his defense looks pretty stout. I mean, it's a different look when you see somebody else besides a middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, leading the team in tackles, but I guess if a team has to pass against you like they're having to when they fall behind against the Texans, them cornerbacks are getting a lot of tackles. But yeah, that's a good look at the Texans and a look at what they're about. It's going to be an interesting matchup this week. It's going to go a long way towards the end of the season. Whoever wins here is going to have a foothold on the division. They're going to be being chased all season by the other team until they play again. If I had to throw a prediction on this one, and I don't want Brady. Let's just throw this out there, Brady. I'm still salty about last night, and I want to be honest about this. You gave me a whooping I ain't had since I got in the league. And it's no shot to you, but I think Massimo is going to expose that run defense tonight that I did not know was ranked that low. I think Massimo and David Johnson, who is averaging 10 yards a carry, is going to expose it. And I'm going to go 35-21 Houston with the win. What about you, WhoDey? Well, there you have it. You have two predictions, two different teams. Brady proved me wrong. I want to see that 32nd ranked defense stop David Johnson the way you shut down all my running backs last night. And like you said, WhoDey, the unique offense Brady has, you never know what you're going to get. Last night he beat me, and he had 90 yards rushing, 90 yards passing, and beats me by 17 points. He just finds a way to win. He's found a way to win every year he's been in the league. But Massimo, like I said, Massimo has turned it around and built a team that's successful. It's just going to be a hell of a game. If y'all can tune in to watch that game, it's going to be a great one to watch. And before we close this one up and put a bow on it, we have a few little things to cover. As y'all know, the game of the week we've been covering, I've been kind of giving an early season MVP race. And WhoDey's been covering the Rookie of the Year race as we've been going on, just to keep everybody into it, kind of see what's going on, and see some big names. And my list has completely changed. The 5 people, I don't know if it was the MVP curse that I put on all y'all's guys, but the list is gone. The list I started the season with is gone. That just might be lack of me or what, but we have a new 5. And my first player on the list is going to be running back for the Houston Texans, David Johnson. I know we were just talking about him. He has crazy stats. I ain't even going to pull him up. Y'all just seen what happened. Y'all just seen the crazy stats he's putting up. 67 carries, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns, 140 yards a game. It's ridiculous. And he's going to be put to the test this week. We're going to see what he does against Houston. My second guy I have on the list is a guy who has wrecked me twice this year and apparently wrecks everybody he plays. Kelvin Benjamin, 31 catches, almost 700 yards, with 140 yards a game on 22 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns. The man is a man among boys, is 6'5", 250 pounds, a receiver. That's just genetic engineering at its finest right there. We'll just leave it at that. My third one on the list is going to be cornerback, or should I say safety turn cornerback, TJ Green. He has really led the way defensively for Colin and the Colts this year. 5 interceptions, 20 tackles, tackle for loss, 3 deflections. Guy's just been a stud this year. I don't want to throw his way. And like I said, I know that Colin relies on him a lot. He's a heck of a player. We're going to keep him in this race. If he keeps putting up stats like this, he could be looking at the all-time interception for a single season. He's averaging about an interception a game right now. Should be a fun one to watch, guys. Keep tabs on this guy. My fourth guy is Mo. Mo got him this offseason, if I'm not mistaken. His defensive end, Alden Smith. Another telling of it, 32 tackles out of his defensive end. This guy is not just pinning his ears back and rushing for the quarterback. 32 tackles, 17 of them solo tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 8 sacks. The man is a beast. He actually has a touchdown this season, too, a 50-yard fumble return. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on Mo. Because if you don't, Smith will be hitting you in the mouth. And my last guy, we just covered him a few minutes ago, too. Running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Leroy Flynn. Or Leroy, however y'all want to say it. 77 rushes, 658 yards, 8.5 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns, 110 yards. The guy's a beast. And to put up that many yards in Brady's system, that says a lot about the guy, because them guys share a load. They know when they come into Jacksonville, they're fixing to share the carries with 2 other guys. And this guy has made the most of every carry he's had this season. And like I said, as long as he keeps it up, he'll be right here. He might be hosting the MVP trophy at the end of the season. And with that, guys, keep your guys at it. I hope I didn't curse these 5. I hope these 5 guys keep it up. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to WhoDey and let him tell y'all about some fantastic rookies he's got in mind. Well put, WhoDey. I like that. I like seeing these rookies make impacts his first year. And like I said, a lot of these guys, man, WhoDey had his finger on them in the draft. Talked about these guys, and these guys are coming up big for their teams in the first year. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Just fun watching these guys finish the season out. And with that, guys, I think we'll call it a night. That was a good show. I hope y'all tune in to watch the Texans and Jaguars play. It's going to be a heck of a game. And guys, just keep it up. Keep playing these games. We'll be playing fast. It's going to be a fun one. Any last words, WhoDey, before we get out of here for the night? All right, guys. Y'all have a good one, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Second.